Hey guys, I'm your host, Rachel Cruz, and welcome to Dave Ramsey's Greatest Hits, where we're looking back at the best moments from the last 10 years of The Ramsey Show on video. For this episode, we've handpicked situations where Dave is coaching people who have found themselves at rock bottom financially. And I'll be honest, some of these stories seem impossible to overcome, like a 24-year-old parent supporting 6 kids on $11 an hour. I mean, it's so tough. But trust me, these callers walk away with a plan and with hope, and so will you. Check it out.
All right, Cody is with us in Rapid City, South Dakota. Hey, Cody, how are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Well, I am 24 years old, and I just got engaged Saturday. And,
congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, she's a beautiful lady, and I love her to death. Biggest thing I'm having a problem with right now is I'm just living week to week with paychecks, and I've been doing that for the last 8 years, and I'm just fed up with it. You know, I want to get a little nest egg just in case, something goes wrong with the vehicle or the house, like my apartment, or just a rainy day fund kind of thing. And I can't seem to keep myself on the right straight track and narrow, so I figured I'd call somebody that has some background with that.
Cool. Well, there's something about putting a ring on a woman's finger that makes you grow up about 5 notches, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Life suddenly got serious.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, I didn't mean to insult you, but like you were immature before. But I'm just saying, the other one, dude. I'll go ahead and warn you ahead of time. The other one's when you have a baby, you go just like get super responsible all of a sudden. So, all right, very cool. What do you do for a living?
I work for a major pipe fittings and pipe company, Northwest Pipe out of Rapid.
What do you do?
They've been local delivery. I drive truck for them, make deliveries, and come back and load up again and go back out again. And
what do you make a year?
Right around $15,000 a year.
Okay. And are you working 40 hours?
Yeah, 40. We can work a little more if we get around to it, but right around basically 40 hours.
Okay. So if a family of 2 or a family of 3 lives on $15,000 a year, that's below the poverty level.
Yeah. So
what that tells us is you need a career track that gets you out of that truck.
Yeah.
Not today, but when you're 29, I don't want you driving that truck still. Agreed?
Yeah.
You got to be making more money than this. So, so what is your plan on that? What's your career plan?
Well, I have potential to expand here, to become better and get further along.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I've only been with this company maybe 60 to 90 days. I just got the benefit package. And so I got my dental and vision, but I couldn't afford the health. So.
Okay. All right. So you're heading the right direction then. You got your foot in the door, and you got a plan to move out of the truck into other things that company does.
Yeah, I would like to expand here. Yeah, they're a great company. They've helped me out numerous times.
So when I meet you and you're 39, 15 years from now, what are you going to be doing with your life?
Hopefully with a happy family and...
No, I'm talking about for an income. What's your career?
Oh. Well, by trade, I'm a welder.
Is that what you want to be doing when you're 39?
I'd like to be owning my own business. I've always thought I could be that way, and I've always had leadership skills and stuff.
Doing what? What do you want your business to do?
I want to be able to design something and have it come reality. You know what I mean? Like kind of an engineering, I guess you could say.
Okay. But the reason I'm asking you all these questions is it solves the problem that you called me about. Because you've got to have something that you're aiming at, and you've spent a little time dreaming. I want you to start dreaming again and thinking about, okay, when I'm 40 years old, this is exactly who I want to be. I want to be owning a business, and I'm doing this, 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 and this. And then you start thinking about that, and you go, okay, what have I got to do to get there? Well, I got to get some training in this. I may have to take a class or 2 in that. I'm going to have to work for this company for a while and learn some things while I'm here and move up while I'm here. But if you do not have something with your career that you're aiming at, you will stall out and your income will never increase. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at now.
Yeah, because no, you just been there 90 days. You're not exactly stalled out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what I've been doing for most of my... I mean, when I was in college, I was going for computers, and I kind of dropped out of that.
Yeah, you weren't aiming at something. You were just wandering.
Yeah.
You can't do ready, fire, aim. You have to do ready, aim, fire.
Okay.
So I want you to look down the barrel of that gun. I want you to sight it on something, and I want you to have that target, identify that bullseye, and then begin to pull the trigger every day to where when you're 40 years old, you're going to be doing X, Y, Z, and you have laid it out. And you know, you might get there sooner, but, you know, what are the steps I've got to take in my life to become one of those?
Okay.
And it needs to be very detailed, very clearly painted to where your as Chris Hogan says, your dreams are in HD. Now, in the meantime, we got to get your money act together with the money you do have, and that's getting you on a monthly budget, clearing up any debt you've got, building up your emergency fund, and some of that just involves staying home at night instead of going out.
Yeah. True.
You spend a lot of money going out at night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's not like going out to the bars. It's more like going out, just driving around, and because after a day's work, you just want to kind of go out and have fun and do something, and that's hard to do nowadays, because especially with the price of the gas and everything. And
you just got to be careful because you're spending money that you don't have. So we got to get you under control there. So I'm going to give you guys a wedding gift. It's called Financial Peace University. It's our 9-week class on how to handle money, and I want the two of you to go through it as part of your engagement process together. And it's going to change your life, dude. And I'm also going to send you a book called Start. And that's the book that helps you get where you want to go when you're 40. So you hold on. We're going to get you started, man. Thank you for joining us, America. Nicole is in Atlanta. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show, Nicole.
Hi, Mr. Ramsey. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Well, I've been hiding under a rock for all this time because I just recently looked on YouTube and I found you. Last night. So I figured I'd give it a shot and call you today. Well, currently I'm working full-time. I'm a new homeowner. I purchased a home last year. Prior to me purchasing my home, I was debt-free. All of my credit cards was paid off because I was living with my parents at the time, so I was saving money.
Good.
And so moving fast forward, the credit card debt is back.
Why?
And
why?
Because after I purchased my home, I just got a little carried away, and I wanted to buy new things for the house because it was a fixer-upper. So I wanted the new appliances. I wanted a new family room set.
So how much credit card debt do you have now?
$13,327.
Okay. And how much do you owe on your car?
$25,000.
Okay. And what's your household income?
Right now it's just me, and it's $39,000.
Okay. And how much is your house payment?
My house payment is $797.
Okay. All right. Well, the credit cards exposed the stupidity of the car. The car is insanity in this situation. And your house purchase is reasonable. So your home, I would keep the house. I'd sell the car. And I'd take 6 extra jobs and get these credit cards paid off and get you a car you can pay cash for. Because if you didn't have any car payments, you wouldn't have any credit card payments. And if you didn't have any car payments or credit card payments, you'd have a lot of room in this budget, wouldn't you?
Yes, sir.
And that sounds pretty dramatic, I know. I just like that. I just sold your car. But it is just a stupid car. And right now, it owns you. When when you owe more than half your annual income on your car, you have too much tied up in things that are going the wrong way. Because you're sitting there with about a $500, $600 car payment, aren't you?
$477.
Yeah, pretty close. Okay. And see, if that was gone, you can clean the $13,000 up real fast. And when those two are gone, you can afford to save for an emergency fund. You can afford to save up and purchase things for the home in cash, or purchase a trip, or do investing, or whatever other things you want to do. But you got no wiggle room right now. You're starving to death today.
Right. I'm living day by day.
Yeah, yeah. So what I want to do is I'm going to put you on a budget. You're brand new to all of this. And you don't have to go do what I said today, but you're going to eventually work to those decisions that I just gave you. You're going to find your way back to them after you get over thinking I'm crazy, okay? But
okay, I do have a question because I have student loans too. So my theory is to get rid of the credit card debt first and then tackle on student loans after I tackle on student loans, then tackle on the mortgage with the loan for the house.
Okay,
So
what we teach folks to do is this. Baby step one, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to squeeze $1,000 out of your life and out of your budget and set it aside as a beginner rainy day fund. Do you have any money in savings at all?
$181.
Yeah, you need to get it up to at least $1,000, a little bit of wiggle room in case some little thing happens. It's not going to cover much, but it'll cover a little bit. Then the second goal is to pay off all of your debt except your home. And that's baby step two. And you do that by listing your debts smallest to largest, paying minimum payments on everything but the little one, and you attack the little one. In your case, that is going to be the credit cards because they are your smallest debts, aren't they?
They are, but the thing is that I'm not bringing in enough income to compensate.
Well, like I told you a minute ago, you're going to have to get another job.
Okay.
You're going to have to pick up a part-time job. I don't know whether it's waiting tables, delivering pizzas, Uber, I don't know, or whatever it is you do. What do you do for a living?
I'm a senior processor. I work for an insurance company.
Okay. Is there anybody that would let you do some of that work on the side?
No.
Okay. All right. Then take some of those skills or some other skills that you've had in the past, and let's just create some temporary income. I mean, I don't want you to, I'll just make it up, but as an example, you deliver pizzas 5-6 nights a week, you can make $1,500 a month. You add $1,500 a month to your budget, we start to clean this mess up pretty fast.
Right, okay.
Okay, so we're going to work the baby steps, step by step through this. First, get current on everything, and then begin to knock off the little one, then the next little one, then the next little one. It'll take a little while for the snowball to start rolling, but every time you pay one off, you got more wiggle room. And you're going to start to feel like for the first time in several months that you're winning, because right now you're just stressed.
Right.
And it doesn't mean you're a bad person. Hey, let me tell you, Nicole, I've done stupid with zeros on the end, so I know what stupid looks like. And I know how bad it makes you feel.
Right.
I mean,
I feel stupid.
Yeah, you move out of your house, and all of a sudden, you get you a house. You thought it was all being smart, and what are you, 27, 28 years old?
Actually, I'm 32.
Okay, pretty close. Yeah, that's about where I thought you'd be. And, so you're feeling like by now I should have my act together. So you got all the shame and stuff that goes with this. All that's bogus because everybody does what you've done. The trick is to break the cycle and never go back. That's, shame is in the rearview mirror, and when we put it in the rearview mirror, we call that grace. Okay?
Okay.
That's how we've all done stupid. I just don't want to live there. It's painful.
Right.
I want to get away from it. I want to drive away as fast as I can. And so I'll help you with this. Jump on to EveryDollar and start your budget. EveryDollar.com is a free budgeting app for your iPhone or your Android or your desktop, whatever you want to do, or all three. I don't care. It's all free. It takes you about 10 minutes to build out your budget, and then you got to keep your budget done every single month, for that matter, every single week. You got to stay right on top of it all the time, making every dollar behave. Pick up some extra income, start looking for what you can sell, and then let's start talking about getting this car sold and getting out of there. I'm going to send you a copy of the book that'll give you the outline of these baby steps and exactly how to do them. The book is called The Total Money Makeover. New York Times bestselling book, been on the bestseller list for over 1,000 weeks now. So hold on, and I'll send you a copy. That is my gift. You walk through that, and if you get scared or it's not working, you call me back anytime. I'll help you anytime. It's what I'm here for. Thanks for the call. Zena is in Raleigh. Hi, Zena. How are you?
Hi, Mr. Ramsey. I'm good. And yourself?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
So I need some sound advice for myself and my husband. We are newlyweds. We've been married for 6 months, and now we are looking at combining our finances, but he is a little bit nervous. Together, we have a total of $137,000 in student loans, where mine is over $111,000, and his is a lot less.
Did he know? Did he know this when you got married?
Yes, sir, he did.
Did he say the vows at the altar that said, "For richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, unto thee all my worldly goods I pledge"?
Yes, sir, he did.
Did he mean it?
I hope so.
Then why are your finances not combined?
Because he's nervous about my family and how I handle my finances with them.
You give your family money without talking to your husband?
Well, before we got married, I used to live with my parents, so I pay for half of the mortgage and I pay for other bills.
Still?
And still, yes, sir.
After you got married, you pay half the mortgage for somebody else when you have $111,000 in student loan debt?
Yes, sir.
Why?
Because my parents are in their 80s and they don't work.
Do they not have Social Security?
We're not from this country, so no, sir.
Okay. Did your husband know that you were obligated to take care of your 80-year-old parents when you got married?
He did, but he also would like some help from my siblings, and that's one part where I'm nervous to talk to my siblings about it.
I'm not. It's overdue. I agree with your husband.
He would like to combine our finances, but because of the situation that I'm in, he doesn't know how to go about doing that.
Yeah. Well, the way he would go about it is that the two of you come into agreement on what you are willing to do to support your parents. When you lived there, it was perfectly logical that you took care of half the mortgage because you were a roommate with them. Now that you don't live there anymore and you have your own household, it now becomes a charitable act to aging parents that you take care of the mortgage, which should be shared with siblings. I agree with him.
Yes, sir.
Yesterday, like before you got married, this should have been talked about to your siblings. I'm moving out, and we're all taking care of Mom and Dad's splitsies.
Yes, sir. That's where I have to start doing that.
Yeah. And I think, you agree to do that. So you think your siblings aren't going to want to take care of your parents?
I'm sure that they would if they could, but all of them, I don't come from a financially stable household. We were never taught how to save or do any of that. So everyone is working paycheck to paycheck.
Gotcha. And how much does it take to support your mom and dad?
It would be about $2,000 U.S.
Are they in the U.S.?
Yes.
Okay. Per month?
My siblings, most of them are not.
Okay. $2,000 U.S. Per month.
Yes, that's covering.
And what is your household income? You and your new husband.
Our household income after tax is $80,976.
Okay. So you're making about $102, $103, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, that's pretty good news. And your siblings, how many of them are there?
I have 7 in total.
Okay. Well, here's what it sounds like if I'm at your house. You guys have to talk this through, okay? We can't put your parents in the street.
No.
That is not an option.
No.
Okay. Do your parents have any income or any assets?
Not in the U.S.
Okay. What income and assets do they have outside the U.S.?
If they went back home, they have their own property, and they don't have much expenses there.
Right. And so where is home?
Belize, Central America.
Okay. And what is that property worth were they to sell it?
Probably about $60,000 U.S.
And that would take care of about 30 months. Of them taking...
But I have one brother living there, so we can't sell that one.
Oh, we can sell it. He can move and rent. It's not his property. This is so... Yeah. I mean, listen, I understand taking care of your parents, and I want you to be doing that. I don't want to put old people in the street. That is not my heart. But I agree with your husband that there's a toxic thing going on here, and the only one that's getting ridden is you.
Yes.
Nobody else is doing what they're supposed to do in this whole story. Your parents aren't selling their property. Your brothers and sisters aren't chipping in what they can chip in. Now, if I were your husband, I would say, listen, I am fine helping to support them as long as everybody puts in something, not necessarily equal, because I understand they're in a different country. They don't necessarily have the income, but everybody puts in something. I don't care if it's $50. Everybody puts in something, and the property back home is being sold.
Yes, sir.
Let's pretend you were broke. What would they do?
We don't have to pretend.
No, I mean, well, that's true, because you got $111,000 in student loan debt. But I'm saying let's pretend you didn't have any options here to participate. What would happen to mom and dad? They would sell the property back home to keep from being in the street, or they'd move back home and live in that property. One of the two, wouldn't they?
Yes.
Ta-da.
Okay. And once we combine our finances and get that out, what would be your best advice for us to tackle this huge loan that we have?
Head on as fast as you can, living on nothing. It's going to be somewhat slowed by the money you use to help take care of your parents. And I suggest to your husband that he agree to something where you do participate in taking care of your parents if the property is sold and the other siblings participate at some level. But if they're all going to leave it all on you, I'm going to leave it all on them and let them figure it out, because I think they're being stubborn and milking you like you're a cow. I think everybody's got a place to play here, and nobody's playing but you. So if I'm your husband, I would have to be willing to take care of your mom and dad, but not when no one else is participating. Christopher is with us in Denver. Hi, Christopher. How are you?
Hey, Dave. How are you today?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Well, I'm got a little concern here. My 24-year-old daughter recently moved out, and she got a job that she starts on Monday in Hutchinson, Kansas. And I was wondering, she's over $60,000 in debt from medical bills and things of that nature. How can I help her get on the same page that I am with the Total Money Makeover?
Have you talked to her about it?
I have, but she's very resistant.
Okay.
She really doesn't know, a whole lot about how to handle her finances.
Mm-hmm. And she has $60,000 in debt.
And it's accruing more every day.
Why? Why is it accruing more every day?
Well, she hasn't paid anything since, probably about 4 or 5 years ago.
Uh-huh. Okay. So what is the debt? I mean, 60, is it all medical, or what's the deal?
Mainly medical bills.
How much does she owe on her car?
She doesn't have one.
How much does she owe on her credit cards?
Well, she was smart. She didn't get one of those either.
So it's all medical? You keep saying mainly. Medical. What else is it?
Just like I said, it's just medical bills.
All right. So it is all medical bills then, not mainly.
That's right. Yes.
Okay. All right.
You're right.
What's she going to be making at her new job?
All she told me was she's going to be making $11 an hour starting Monday, working as a caregiver for the elderly.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, if you have, in order to guide an adult, whether they're your friend or your kid, they have to want guidance, be asking for guidance, and be willing to accept guidance. And right now I'm not hearing any of that. I mean, that's why I don't talk to people here on the air that don't want help. They call me up and they want me to endorse their stupidity. I'm not doing that. So the problem is when it's somebody you love, you kind of have to stand back and watch them do stupid. If you try to keep them from it, they won't. They're going to do it anyway because they're allowed to be stupid. That's the privilege of an adult. So, I mean, it sounds like this kid's a bit rebellious. She's like busting out and going and making $11 halfway across the country from her parents.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like she's up for a bump on the head. I'm afraid she's going to get some more bumps on the head. What was the nature of the medical bills? What happened?
Children. She's had about 6 kids.
She's 24 years old?
Mm-hmm.
I think I've touched on something with that rebellion thing, didn't I?
I think so.
Yeah. So where's the dad?
Well, that we're not sure of because she has got many kids all her kids are from different people.
I see. And where are all the kids?
Yeah, they're in foster care.
Okay. Oh, this kid, she's a mess. That's sad.
I mean, I'm just trying to help her out, but I don't have, the tools myself to do that.
Yeah, I would just tell her that the Total Money Makeover she has to read. When she's ready to turn her life around, you can show her how to do it. But I I mean, this girl is, she's making a lot of bad decisions, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, you can't make somebody take care of themselves and behave. And they have to choose to do that. But I would just pray for her and ask her, tell her that, you know, when she wants some help with this stuff, that I'm standing here ready. Here, take this book with you, honey. And if you ever want to sit down and learn how to handle money, this will do it. But $11 an hour, the behavior patterns you're outlining for me, and $60,000 worth of medical debt, and halfway across the nation from her family is not a good formula. There's nothing in this that sounds good. I wish I could be more hopeful, but the only thing that's good about all this is, and you've done it and I've done it, most of us have done it anyway, we've done stupid. We know what it looks like, and you get that bump on the head, and then you get the opportunity to turn your life around. And so hopefully hers will turn around sooner than later. Marcel starts off this hour, Tulsa, Oklahoma caller. Hey, Marcel, how are you?
Doing good. How about yourself?
Better than I deserve, sir. How can I help?
I'm 25 years old. I have two boys, 4 and 2, and I'm trying to establish a set goal and plan how to get out of debt as far as my student loans, and have a lot of. I'm a single parent, so I have a lot of bills that's due, and so I'm trying to figure out how to go about doing that, taking care of that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And so, what do you do for a living?
I work for the gas company.
Mm-hmm. And what do you make? What's your household income?
Right now, I make $13.50 an hour.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 40 hours a week?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. And I get paid every week. So
that's good. That's good. And you got family in the area?
Yes.
Okay. And where's the kid's mom?
She recently just got back in town. She was moved away in Atlanta. So.
Mm-hmm. So you have the custody of the boys?
Right. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. And does she pay any child support?
No.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay. All right. And how much debt do you have, sir?
With my student loans and medical bills, $17,000, maybe $18,000.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Cool. And all right. And how much is your rent?
Right now it's $585.
That's good news. That's good news. Okay. Well, you got a lot of stuff on your plate, man. I mean, you already knew that. You're trying to raise kids, and right. And you're working hard. You're a good man, and you're trying to. But making $13.50 an hour, feeding 2 kids with $500 rent, that's about all that's happening there. There's no wiggle room in that budget. You already knew that, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm just telling you, I think it's impressive if you just feed your kids, keep the lights on, keep the rent paid at the $13.50 rate.
Right.
And let's worry about the student loans a little bit later. Now,
okay.
Having said that, we got to have some hope for this situation. The good news about life, Marcel, is that it's never a snapshot, it's a film strip. And what that means is it's ever changing. You're not stuck where you are right now. Next year is going to be different. It's either going to be better or worse, but it'll be different.
Yes, true.
Okay? And so we got to start working towards making it better, because the best way for you to build a quality life for you, your boys, and get rid of this debt is we got to get your income up.
Okay.
Long term, right?
Yes, right.
I mean, you're a good man. You're working hard. I'm glad you got a job, but I want you to make twice that 2-3 years from now.
Okay.
And I think you're probably worth it. And so, to where you can get some traction in your life financially. You're living right on the bubble. And I don't want this for you 10 years from now. And it will be exactly what you're doing. You'll be doing exactly the same thing you're doing right now 10 years from now, unless you plan a way out.
Okay.
So we got to have a new game plan. And to start with, we got to start thinking about, what do you want to be doing with your life? If you could do anything you wanted to do, what would you do that paid $60,000 or $160,000 a year? And you don't have to answer me right now, but I want you to start thinking that way. And then then once you identify, say, I could be that thing. I know I've always wanted to do that. I really believe I could do that, but I got to have some training. I got to have an education. I got to have a mentor program, an apprentice program, whatever it is to get there. And that's going to take me 2 years of going to this class or taking this certification or doing this or that, right?
Right.
And so we got to plan. We got to figure out where we're going and then make a plan to get there. That's your long-term answer to your financial equation too. Plus, it's just going to give you a better life.
Right.
And then the short term is the dreaded part-time job, which is tough as a single dad. But if you can get some family support and do, you know, even if you just did a few little things and made $1,000 a month, dude, that changes your whole life right now. I mean, if I could add $1,000 a month to your income right now, it'd be like, woohoo, because it changes these ratios way, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
And that could be cutting grass on the weekends.
Okay.
That could be, you know, I don't know, walking somebody's dog. I don't know. Whatever you've got talent that you know how to do that you can go do. You may be a computer engineer. I don't know what you do, but figure out something that you can do. And maybe it's a small business idea that you just do for yourself. Because let me give you an example. And I'm not saying you do this, but I'm amazed at how much money people make per hour just doing little odd job things. Like being a maid, going into a lady's house, cleaning her house, you can make $25 an hour doing that. Now, and maybe there's something the equivalent that you would do that's like that, right? And I'm not saying you're gonna be a maid. That's not my point. But I'm saying if you cut grass for yourself for 2 people, you could average $25 an hour. And do that on Saturday mornings before the kids get up. Your mama comes over and sits there while they're still asleep or something. I don't know. But let's start to think that way with the short term to get the income up and start to have some traction and get a little distance between you because you're so on the bubble that any little thing right now is a freaking crisis.
Yes, it is.
Okay, now am I saying anything in all of this that's wrong?
Okay.
Am I? I'm asking you.
No. Oh, no.
Does this all make sense to you?
Yes, sir.
Now let me ask you this. How much reading do you do? Not much.
Not much.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to become a reader. I want you to turn the television off. The average millionaire reads a nonfiction book a month. I got a friend of mine reading 2 a month because he wants to be a 2 millionaire. Okay? So I'm going to send you some books, and I'm putting you in college right now, man, on how to get your life organized, how to get your act together where you go win and double your income. And it's not going to be easy. If it was easy, every idiot would do it, right?
Right. Yes, sir. Right.
But you gotta know that the average millionaire can't tell you who got thrown off the island. They're reading and doing other stuff at night, you know?
Right.
And so turn off your television when the kids go to bed, read 30 minutes a night. And even if you're a slow reader, you're not getting a grade on this. The only grade on this is improving your life. So take your time. And if you don't understand something, read it 3 times. And if you don't understand that, then email somebody over here at the office and one of us will explain it to you.
Yes, sir.
And so we're going to school here because this is how you make your life better is you have knowledge tomorrow that you didn't have today and you apply it. Is that fair?
Yes, sir.
Are you in a good church?
Yes, I am.
Good. Get some good men around you and look for some men that are doing well in the business community that would walk with you in this journey you're going on. That'll put their arm around you and say, hey, Marcel, I'm going to walk with you. I'm going to love you, and I'm going to show you how to win. Get some guys that are ahead of you on this journey and that will show you how to take the journey. You hold on. I'm going to send you a whole case of different books. You're going to be reading for the next 2 years on everything I send you. Hold on.
Okay, guys, I know some of these situations were extreme, but not being able to cover your basic bills is pretty much normal. I mean, 78% of people are living paycheck to paycheck right now, but it doesn't have to be that way. So don't miss the last episode of Dave Ramsey's Greatest Hits, where we're featuring Dave's top teaching moments that have helped people say goodbye to money stress and start a better path forward. In the meantime, make sure to share this video with your friend who needs to hear it. Thanks for watching.